What's the deal, YouTube fam? This is another video that is going to serve for me as a personal timestamp about the current journey and path I'm on. And this video today is about the last 6 months, or I've gone 6 months, I ain't had a drink, not a sip, not a swallow from any type of alcoholic beverage. And I want to just kind of detail how that's been, how I got to that point, and just talk about alcohol and the effects of alcohol in general. So, August the 14th actually was the last time I had a drink. And all of 2024, I drastically stopped consuming alcohol. Now, I've never really been a big drinker except for one phase of my life. From 2018, I would say, to 22, I started drinking a lot. I had a little probation. I couldn't smoke, so I started turning up with the bottle. But I never was a big drinker in my life because as a child, I grew up seeing alcoholic men. I grew up seeing men, they get drunk and do shit, and I'm like, I don't ever want to be like that when I grow up. I don't never want to let that alcohol turn me out. So I never was a big drinker. But when I did start drinking, it was, like I say, it was from 18 to about 22, and it was at a time to where I probably was at the biggest party, turn up phase of really just having it how I want to have it of my life. So I overindulged. This was the get a section, get bottles, buy another bottle, you get a bottle, you get a bottle, you get a bottle, dry the boat down your throat. I was turned up. And so I abused alcohol, so much so that the doctor was like, man, you know what? If you keep drinking like this, you probably gonna fuck up your liver. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna tone that drinking shit down a little bit. And so I did. But occasionally, like I say, up until really the end of 23, I was like, you know what, I'm done drinking. And in 24, last year, I probably had about maybe 6 drinks total all of last year. But the last drink that I had, like I said, I remember the date. I remember where I was at. And I remember the effects of it. Now, this is when, this is last, like I say, August the 14th. I had 1 glass of wine. And I ain't gonna lie, that 1 glass of wine had me right, had me feeling tipsy, you know. I thought I was, you know what I'm saying, Rico Suave for a minute. But then I remember, it was at Olive Garden on top of that. So I remember getting back to the room and I had a bunch of food left over from earlier in that day. And the alcohol just turned me into a glutton. You know how when you leave the club and they got the wings or they got the food or Waffle House and you just eat. It made me feel like that. I wasn't really that hungry, but I was just eating. And I ended up really passing out. And I remember it was like maybe 12, 1 in the morning, man, I woke up and I just felt sick. My stomach just felt bad. And I remember I was like, you know what? I got on the side of the bed, I started praying. I said, Lord, my bad, God. I'm done. I don't want another drink. If this was what it's gonna take, I'm done. And since that day, I haven't even wanted a drink, had no desire to have a drink. So the 14th of February, just 4 days ago, made 6 months. Man, we tend to think because it's legal, I guess, that alcohol isn't as bad as it is. But it is, man. We don't, especially at a young age, we don't consider the damage that it does to our physical bodies. We don't consider that it's a poison. We don't consider the dangers as far as our decision making. We don't, DWIs, just getting in that car. And I'm thankful, man. Many a nights, I know, I don't even remember how I got to the crib. But I'm so thankful that God was covering me and allowing me not to get pulled over, not to cause a wreck or have a wreck or just anything to, man, just go out of control to where you can't fix it. Like my mama always say, uh-oh, ain't gonna fix it. So I'm thankful for that. So, man, we don't understand a lot of dangers as far as, I remember one time, I got a story, right? I remember one time I was out with this lady and we were at we was at a function, and this was like a corporate type of upper echelon function where you had to put it on and no tennis shoes. You had to really, I'm talking about dressed up in there. And we was just drinking. We go to the little bar they had at the place, we drinking. And I remember after a while, it had been about 15 minutes, the lady I was with, I didn't know where she was at. So 2 or 3 women, they came running out of the bathroom like, hey, your friend in here. She kind of unresponsive a little bit. So I'm like, damn. Go in there, have to get her in a wheelchair just to get her to the car. Get home or get to where we was going, she finally come out of it. But what had happened was somebody had put some shit in her drink. So we don't really realize the dangers that when you go into the bar, even at restaurants, when you go into parties, you don't know how. I had no idea when somebody put something in her drink. They could have put it in my drink. But that's how people get sex trafficked. That's how people get sexually assaulted and violated, just by the evils and just the alcohol, how somebody can easily just be like, boom, and your night is done. I mean, I seen it firsthand, man. You wake up from this, from getting roofied, you don't remember shit. You don't remember being passed. You don't remember anything. So this is how everybody talking about the Diddy parties, some shit happened they don't remember, or you go to a party and you remember waking up, pants down. This is how. So, man, we don't factor in the dangers that could happen just by a night of fun can turn into a night of disaster, can turn into something that's life-changing. Not to mention that when we're drinking spirits, that we become possessed. How many times you did some shit on alcohol and you be like, I did what? Or you know, this person right here finna drink, finna be a fight. This person finna pass out. This person finna throw up. I'm finna wake up in the morning feeling terrible. But I'm gonna do it again. Like, we don't realize the addiction in alcohol because you can go to the store and buy it. Somebody smoke weed every day, you gonna call them a weed head. It don't matter if they just smoke a joint, a blunt, or they can smoke an ounce. You're gonna be like, man, you a weed head. You smoke that shit every day. But there's some people out here, every day they gotta have a beer. Every day they got to have a glass of wine. Every single day they need a mixed drink, a nightcap when they get home. That's an alcoholic, man. But just because we can go in the store, we tend to not look at it like that. Whole time, man, this shit is poisoning us. It's ruining friendships, relationships, and everything else. I got this book right here I want to read. I'm telling a little bit about my opinion. African Holistic Health by the late, great Loyola Africa. I'm just read this right quick about alcohol. Alcohol addiction is a mental, physical, and spiritual dependency with many negative repercussions that affect marriage, parenting, jobs, relationships, sexuality, and can cause violent episodes. Alcoholism causes many emotional problems aside from low self-esteem, self-hatred, and the denial of the reality of your life. Alcohol is a socially approved poison that people are taught to want and drink, and it can lead to a holistic craving. Alcohol causes the liver to get inflamed, hepatitis, then the liver gets hard, cirrhosis, and finally it is destroyed. Drinking alcohol damages all cells, tissues, nerves, organs, and bones, and kills brain cells. Drinking gradually causes the liver to lose its ability to produce digestive enzymes, metabolize oil, soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K, neutralize toxins, store energy, and absorb fats and proteins. Alcohol is a legally approved recreational drug. Alcohol consumption in the form of beer, wine, and whiskey is anti-health and anti-life. Men and women that intend to have children should not drink because alcohol causes birth defects. We all really know this, but do we care? People still gonna drink, but to me, I feel better. I want to attribute to that my fasting has eliminated, not only because I wanted to, I had that want to, I didn't want no more drink, but fasting from food, it eliminates different cravings from alcohol, from drugs, from people, places, things that are not, that intend to destroy or break up your peace. So for me, 6 months without a single drink and without a single urge, I feel good about it. Not only this too, man, I've been seeing a lot of this online. People saying, hey man, the alcohol don't even taste the same. You can see online, you can go buy a bottle from the liquor store and it's not even real, it's not even the real shit you're getting. Now, you know you can go to the club, they got the 1842, 1942, whatever it is. They got the, I don't even know a lot of these alcohol no more. But you think you getting the top shelf, man, they putting the cheap, they giving you taco vodka. They giving you all kind of cheap shit off in there, man. And last thing I'm gonna say is, alcohol has always been pushed on us as the popular, cool thing to do by a lot of our icons, a lot of our celebrities, a lot of the people who we look up to as successful businessmen. But their success is dependent upon them poisoning the community. So you got the Diddy's, the Jay-Z's, and even back in the day, they had Billy D. Williams with the 40s or the Colt 45. So they always use an icon to push poison on us, man. And it's time for us to wake up, man. Everything in moderation. And yeah, man, for me, it's been a great 6 months, man. I look forward to staying on this sobriety path. I wish y'all nothing but peace, prosperity, and good health. Thank you for tuning in. I'm out of here.